That's looking pretty good over there. Next thing to import in would be the nut. So we just copy that, paste it in right there. Title it nut, and we'll paste layer style on there so it has a little bit of a shadow. Okay, next thing is the truss rod cover. This guy right there. Paste him in. Truss rod cover, and we'll paste layer style there as well. And from there we'll bring in the bridge base, which is just this square part, and it goes right about in there, and we'll call it bridge base. Paste the same layer style. And then now we'll bring in the string through and the saddles for the bridge. Bridge parts. We'll paste layer style. So we'll center it right there. Move it back one. I think we'll grab both of these layers and scoot them back just a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we can bring in the pickup. Since the neck pickup and the bridge pickup are the same, we only need to copy one of them and paste it in there twice. That looks about center. So the bridge must not be centered. A little, I don't know. I guess the pickup, we'll go bridge pickup. Paste layer style. It needs to be lowered there. Then we'll duplicate this layer and call it neck pickup. Bring him over to right there. We'll go here. Now we'll move the bridge one over to right there. Now we'll bring in the knob. Just put him right there. Call it knob 1. Right click to paste layer style. Then we'll duplicate knob 2. And then we'll duplicate knob 3. Duplicate knob 4. Go there. Now we just gotta move them all around to where we like. Somewhere in there is fine. So now we'll go back to this. We'll grab this whole guitar, because that's what I'll use for the frets. We'll paste him in. See how that's how we get the width. It's roughly the same as mine. Now we just line up the nuts and then get it out of the way. We'll drop it down some layers so it's behind the body. Actually, in front of the body. There we go. Now we'll grab a line. We'll go 1.5 pixels and we'll just start drawing the frets. And I just use this other 24 fret jazz bass as a template. It's not perfect, but it gives a good representation of the fret spacing. And again, you just pick a color something grayish, silverish for the frets. You can go with a bronze color if you want to go with the brass frets. Or if you're doing a fretless, you don't have to do any of this, which is nice. And all this will get trimmed off in a second, so you can be as sloppy as you want. Okay, so now we can delete this layer. Now, right click on this and we will rasterize the layer and title it Frets and paste layer style. But as you can see, it's behind the fretboard, so we gotta move it up. There's the frets. Now click on the fretboard and then we'll use the magic wand to select everything else. Click back on the frets and press delete. So as you can see, all there are the frets left on the fretboard. From here, I think we could move on to the strings. So we'll grab the line tool. We'll start with, let's go 3.5 pixels for the E string. Right into there. And then we'll rasterize that. Call it E string, paste layer style. As you can tell, we need to move it up to the top. There we go. Then we'll go down to 3 pixels for the A string. That's, as you can see, I do need to move that hole up a little bit. So rasterize, call it A string, and we'll paste layer style. Then we'll go down to 2.5 pixels, drag it over to right about there. Then we'll rasterize, call it D string, and we'll paste layer style on. Now we'll go down to 2 pixels for the G string. Rasterize the layer, call it G string, and we'll paste layer style again. So now that I have the strings, I need to take the hole for the G string, move it up ever so slightly, move up the D string, move up the A string, and move up the E string. There, so now all that lines up. All that's left to do is to just take your text, type in your name. We'll make it black. We'll move this to the very top. We'll add a drop shadow and we'll bevel. There we go. That's the end of the tutorial on how I make these renderings for my custom bass guitars. Thanks for watching.